The early part of the year is usually a dry spell for games. Developers usually scramble to get something out for the holidays, so they usually don't have much else to release until fall. Early 2018 has been weirdly jam-packed with new releases. We've got games like Monster Hunter World, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Kirby Star Allies, and Ni no Kuni 2. Although some of these games to release so far don't really interest me personally, there have been a few indie games I've been dying to play. You probably know where I'm going with this. I first heard about Celeste in a Nintendo Direct, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. It seemed like a fine game, one I probably wouldn't end up playing. Then the game came out and the Switch community couldn't shut up about it. I looked into it a bit more, with everyone saying how good it is, I figured I'd give it a shot. Well, I didn't get around to playing until late March, so Celeste is still a game I was pretty excited to play. Alright, who's ready to go mountain climbing? The story begins with the protagonist Madeline deciding that she should climb Mount Celeste, and then she attempts to climb it. That's pretty much it, to be honest. It's more complicated than it sounds, though. Despite its simple premise, there's actually a bit of a plot in this game. I'm not spoiling in this video, but it shows a pretty accurate depiction of anxiety and depression. Combining with some likable characters, I was surprised at how invested I was in this story. This is a tale about not giving up no matter how hard you fail and accepting your inner demons to grow as a person. While I don't suffer from anxiety or depression, it was still pretty inspiring to see a protagonist that suffers such relatable issues. I really don't want to go into much detail beyond that. This is much better experience as blind as possible. My only issue with this story is that it ends way too abruptly. Like, Madeline accomplishes her goal, and then the game just ends. There is a bit of an epilogue, but the ending just feels kinda empty, you know? I did really like the story overall, but Celeste doesn't have much closure to wrap it all up. The gameplay of Celeste is pretty simple, though. You mainly just jump and climb walls. You can't climb walls forever, though. Staying on walls uses up your stamina. There's also this air dash you can use that's essentially a double jump. You reset your dash by either getting on stable ground or touching these crystal things. And that's pretty much it. To be honest, the game's simple enough that the gameplay more or less speaks for itself. Celeste has simple mechanics and gameplay, and hey, simplicity is best in this case. Celeste really reminds me of Super Meat Boy. Both games are simple and challenging. Super Meat Boy is infinitely harder though. I mean, my god, that game gave me mental scars that will never heal. I'm never touching Super Meat Boy ever again. Great game though, totally recommend. Keep things fresh, each chapter does have its own unique mechanics. Like how this chapter has these mirror Madelines that follow you around and you have to constantly be on the move to stay alive. It really reminds me of the cosmic clones of Super Mario Galaxy 2. I like these green orb things too. It pretty much gives you another dash you have to use up immediately. My least favorite mechanic has to be this damn wind though. It feels really cool when they use it as a way to move faster or jump higher, but when it's used to limit your movement, it just makes the game feel needlessly slow and tedious. Like, Jesus Christ, wind, calm down so I can actually move at a decent pace. But what I like most about the gameplay is that it actually ties back into the themes of the story. Celeste tells a story about never giving up no matter how hard the situation is. In gameplay, you die. A lot. And I mean a lot. Like, can I please stop dying? Thanks? Hey, we get it. But don't worry, you can do it. No matter how many times you fail, you just have to get back up and try again. Sure, you'll die a few hundred times along the way, but you can do it. And I really appreciate that. But you know, this game, honestly, wasn't even that hard. If you ask anyone about this game, they'll immediately tell you how hard it is, but I didn't really have much issue getting through this game. I can tell this game is hard, and I did die. A lot. But I still breezed through this game in about 5 hours without too much hassle. Just for some clarification on my gaming skills, I still can't beat Cuphead. That game is hard as balls. Great game though, totally recommend. Celeste is a challenging game for sure, but I wouldn't classify it as hard per se. You have infinite lives, checkpoints are frequent, and the respawn times are super fast, so dying felt almost inconsequential for me. Celeste isn't one of those push your skills to the absolute limit kind of games. It felt more like, don't worry, just keep trying, you'll get it kind of games. There were all harder challenge levels you can play, but I didn't really feel compelled to actually finish them. I tried one out for a little bit, but I honestly got kind of bored with it. I don't know, the harder sides just made me want to go play something else instead. Not out of frustration or anger, just boredom. You can collect these strawberries that act as mini challenges, but I didn't really feel the need to collect most of them. It doesn't help that the strawberries don't actually do anything. The game does tell you this, but that doesn't make them any more fun to collect. There's also an optional 8th chapter in the game, but unlocking it is cryptic as hell. All you need to do is play through the harder sides to get these hearts to unlock the barrier. The game doesn't tell you what you need to do to collect the hearts. Again, I didn't really feel the need to unlock this extra chapter, not because I wanted the game to be over, but because I was just done playing the game. Celeste is just weird for me. At the end of the day, I just didn't care about it. I'm not really sure why I didn't care about the game either. It's not that I think Celeste is a bad game or anything, it's the opposite. Celeste is a great game that I really enjoyed, but when it was over, I just wanted to move on to something else. I did really enjoy the story, but the abrupt ending just left me feeling unsatisfied. Celeste does have the realistic themes of dealing with anxiety and depression, but as someone who doesn't suffer from either of those, it didn't really leave much of a personal impact on me. And while the gameplay is fun and enjoyable, it isn't anything I haven't really seen before. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just made the game feel a little unmemorable for me. It just felt like another indie game to me. I also really like the game's soundtrack, but again, I forgot all of it as soon as I stopped playing. Honestly, I was having a pretty hard time writing out this script because I really didn't know how to describe my feelings about Celeste. I was thinking about scrapping this video entirely, but if this game has taught me anything, I shouldn't just give up because something's hard. It's gotta count for something, right? Hey, before we start typing up those hate comments, it's not like I wanted to feel this way about Celeste. It's still a good game that I felt I got my money's worth, and I do think it's actually worth playing. I don't know how to personally feel about it, but I still think other people would enjoy it. It's on PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One for $20, so feel free to play on whatever you're most comfortable with. Maybe it'll stick with you more than it did me. This has been that Flame Assassin guy, and no, I'm not Australian. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next mission.